But keep that butt rubber side down.
You're right there, ladies and gents, how's it going? What a glorious, glorious afternoon to get out and play on the motorbike. I had actually planned on doing a different vlog this afternoon. I was going to do a little test of my GoPro Hero Black versus the Hero 6 Black and the Hero 5 Black. Yes, just to compare back to back the stabilisation. And I got myself a fancy double mount type jobby off Amazon Prime, which was grand. What wasn't grand though was that when I attached it to my motorcycle, I used one of those wonderful full pivot joint things, which I absolutely love. They're fantastic for mounting your camera to your helmet and getting the angle exactly how you want it to be, but they're not so awesome for mounting 2 GoPros and a bunch of bracketry. They're a little bit heavy for it all, and yes, I couldn't do that because the cameras kept moving, so that was a vlog fail. So I'm out on the bike with nothing to do, and actually that's exactly what being on a bike should be all about, surely. Get out on it and just go and ride, have some fun. And I did that on the way here, and I noticed in the car park when I was just getting on the bike after having my cup of tea up Berry Hill, and my rear tyre is definitely getting to the end of its life, which when you've only had the bike a few months and you've got 2 other bikes that you've been using, it makes you wonder whether the duration of the standard tyres on this bike are actually any good. But to be fair, I've done nearly 4,000 miles on this thing now, which isn't bad at all. So I think it's fair to say I've probably seen the best of this tyre off already, and I do need to start thinking about changing it. The tyre's nowhere near illegal yet, but it is running a little bit thin on grip up top, and I guess that's the perils of doing longer motorway journeys. Taking this up to Chester and then into Wales was probably what killed it, or at least put a nail in its coffin. Not to worry, these things happen. It's just frustrating that I've only just put a tyre on the KTM and I've only just put a tyre on the Moto Guzzi. So yes, tyres, they're expensive. Obviously I've got loads of life left in the front tyre, I believe, still, so yeah, I'm going to replace it like for like this time, I think. But I'm just wondering what your thoughts are. What tyres do you reckon suit the Triumph Street Triple 765 the best, for those of you that have a Triumph 765? I quite like the idea of dual compound, just so that you do get a little bit of extra oomph in the corners and a little bit of extra durability on the straights, because I kind of go all over the place on this. I need to have an all over the place kind of tyre, which will do track days as well as touring. Something else I wanted to ask those of you that have bikes with electronic gadgetry: how many of you turn it off? Now, I think ABS is an absolute godsend. But I'm like, traction control in the summer on dry roads, do I really need that switched on? I mean, I've had some pretty fast bikes in the past, and not one of them had traction control until comparatively recently. And I'm like, I never even used to think about it in the past. It would be just like, yeah, you just control the throttle with your wrist. So how many of you actually turn your traction control off? And maybe even the ABS. Do you think you're actually better than the ABS on your bikes? Now I know I'm not actually any better at braking than the ABS on this bike and on even the KTM 390, which has got quite a cruder system. I think I can brake better in different circumstances with it turned off, but I'm not better than it. And in situations when you're not actually better than the ABS is generally the situation where you want it switched on. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer leaving my ABS turned on. But the traction control, I don't know. Have I become a little bit of a pussy? Do I need to get it turned off and man up a little bit? Because it does stop some of the playfulness of the bike. Not that I would, officer, but you can't wheelie it with it turned on. I mean, the front will come up, but it will come back down again pretty straight away-ish. Like, yeah, it doesn't it doesn't allow you to wheelie. So yeah, to me, it makes no sense to turn off the ABS because it's better than me. Although some of you might feel that you are a better rider than the technology on your bikes. So do you leave it turned on? Yeah, it just interests me. I love the technology, but is it always needed? And certainly, is it always needed in all situations? Which I guess is more relevant to the point. Yeah, it just puzzled me and interested me to know what you think about them. I know there's lots of people that just despise them. They think it takes away from motorcycling entirely. And I can see their point of view on that a little bit. I mean, bikes, one of the fun things about them is that it's a little bit risky, it's a little bit woo, a little bit wah. So you kind of want to have a little bit of an inherent risk when you're doing it, or else it just wouldn't be as exciting. But I'd definitely not say that this bike here is not exciting. I mean, even on street mode, which has got reduced throttle sensitivity and has increased levels of ABS and traction control, I believe, even there it doesn't become unexciting. There is a noticeable difference, I think, in the throttle control. Other than that, it's fun and games. Anyways, whatever you think regarding traction control or ABS, or even new shoes for this thing here, what tyres should I get? Stick a comment down below, let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. Anyhow, if you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a little thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a little thumbs down. It's all good. But whatever you do, please remember, stick in a comment, let me know what it was you liked and what it was you didn't. Anyhow, you ride safe, take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.